Hey guys, it's Camus, and I believe this is Chess Beauty number 45. We left you with this position. This is from another big game in, a big name in endgame studies, Rinck. This is from 1908. I think we've had a few Rinck studies before, and this one's a good one. It's relatively simple, but subtle. So have a stab at it. It's white to play and win. Okay. Well, as you can see by the position, there's approximate material equality once again. And in fact, I can well imagine that in another position, these three connected pawns might be superior to the bishop and could be a win for black. In this particular position, that is not the case. So one thing to take note of is that even if there were no pawns on the board, queen plus bishop versus queen is just a book draw. So white won't get anywhere by winning the pawns. The only way he can actually win this position is to either checkmate the black king or win the black queen. And so to this end, I'm sure you probably found the first move, which is bishop to f2 check. Now black has two possibilities in this position. The obvious looking king to c4 fails to queen to b7, which threatens queen to b3 mate next move. So practically the only way to defend against this, the only sensible way, is to play d4, trying to arrange an escape square. But white still wins after queen takes c6, king to b4, bishop to e1, king to a3, these moves are all forced, queen to a6, and then all black can do is play queen a5, and then queen takes a5 is checkmate. So after bishop to f2, he must go to e5, only move. And this allows bishop to g3. Naturally, black wants to repeat the position. There's nothing sensible to be gained in the other direction, so he goes king to d4. And now this is the key move of the entire study, which you had to see in order to solve it. And that is the surprising bishop to d6. And this move has a big threat, queen to d3 mate. And black has no escape. So naturally, the queen takes d6 is the obvious move here, but he could also try king to e3. We'll go back to queen takes d6 in a minute. Let's look at the side variation. King to e3 doesn't help because of queen to h3, king to e2, queen to g4 check, king to f1, bishop to c5, threatening mate. Well, threatening mate very soon. d4, blocking the bishop's path. The bishop takes, of course, really the only defense is for the queen to take the bishop, but that's a loss. So queen to d5 is possible, but then queen to g1, king to e2, queen to d1 is checkmate. Backing up just a little bit, after bishop takes d4, he can try king to e1, but that leads to immediate mate by queen to d1. So let's go back to the position after king to d4, bishop to d6. And here we'll examine the capture. Queen to d6, and now queen to d3 check. The black has two possible moves here. Both lose to the same motif. If he goes king to e5, queen to g3 wins the black queen. After queen to d3 check, if he instead goes to king to c5, then queen to a3 wins the black queen. Very nice study, very economical. Again, a natural position where the position of these pawns actually, if black didn't have these pawns, he would actually have an easy draw. But having three extra pawns on the board causes him to lose. Well, three extra pawns on the board in this precise position. So let's just go through the main line again. King to e5, back to d4, bishop d6, d3, and then we win the queen. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Rinck. Let's look ahead at our next endgame. This is a very famous position. Well, probably amongst endgame enthusiasts at least. This is from Grigoriev from 1922. And this is actually a very instructive position. It's relatively simple. The solution is not that difficult, but I think that the lessons to be learned in solving this, or at least understanding this position, are valuable for players of a wide range of capabilities. Have a stab at it. It's white to play and win, and we'll see you in Chess Beauty 46. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.